Continuing on with our positional rankings, as today we're going to be looking at the top 25 starting pitchers in baseball. And similar to my outfielder video, we're obviously doing 25 players today rather than the typical 10, so I'm going to go through each player quicker than usual. But anyways, with that in mind, let's get right into the rankings. At number 25, I have Joe Musgrove of the San Diego Padres. Musgrove last year in 181 innings posted a 2.93 ERA to go along with 184 punchouts and a 1.08 whip. He posted similar numbers in 2021, and I think we're going to see similar numbers going forward. I think he's all around one of the best pitchers in baseball, and I have him coming in at number 25. At number 24, I have Kevin Gausman of the Toronto Blue Jays. Gausman last year in 175 innings posted a 3.35 ERA to go along with 205 strikeouts and a 1.24 whip. And one thing that stands out about last season is the fact that Gausman had a 2.38 whip, so he was really getting some bad luck out there on the mound. He's a really good pitcher. He's finished top 10 in the Cy Young voting in 2 straight seasons for a reason, and I have him coming in at number 24. At number 23, I have Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays. Last year, in 166 innings, McClanahan posted a 2.54 ERA to go along with 194 punchouts and a .93 whip. He got off to a ridiculously hot start and did slow down in the second half, but he still finished top 6 in the Cy Young voting, and going forward, I think he's going to be very good considering he's only 24 years old. Moving on, at number 22, I have Luis Castillo of the Seattle Mariners. Castillo last year in 150 innings posted a 2.99 ERA to go along with 167 punchouts. I really couldn't believe it when I saw that Castillo has never finished top 10 in the Cy Young voting in his career. He's been very good and consistent throughout his career, but I think he has the talent to finish top 10 next year. He is an underrated pitcher, and I have him coming in at number 22. At number 21, I have Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kershaw was again dominant last year, as in 126 innings he posted a 2.28 ERA to go along with 137 strikeouts. He's one of the best pitchers of this generation. Even as he gets towards his mid-30s at this point, he's still one of the best pitchers in baseball. I do think he's going to regress a bit next year, but I still think he's going to be very good. At number 20, I have Framber Valdez of the Houston Astros. Valdez last year in 201 innings posted a 2.82 ERA to go along with 194 punchouts. He finished 5th in the Cy Young voting last year for a reason. He has some of the best stuff in baseball. He's not very exciting, but he is a really good pitcher for Houston. At number 19, I have Valdez's teammate in Christian Javier. Javier last year in 149 innings posted a 2.54 ERA to go along with 194 punchouts and a .95 whip. Javier has filthy stuff. He strikes out a ton of batters, and I think he's one of the most underappreciated pitchers in baseball today. At number 18, I have Zach Wheeler of the Philadelphia Phillies. Wheeler was dominant yet again last year, as in 153 innings he posted a 2.82 ERA to go along with 163 strikeouts. In 2021, he nearly won the Cy Young Award in the National League, as he finished 2nd in the voting, only behind Corbin Burns. Wheeler is all around a very good pitcher, and if he stays healthy and on the field, he's one of the league's best. At number 17, I have Spencer Strider of the Atlanta Braves. Strider last year in his rookie season posted a 2.67 ERA to go along with 202 strikeouts in only 132 innings. He also had a 1.83 FIP, which means he was a lot better than his 2.67 ERA suggests. Now, I don't put him higher on the list because it was his rookie season. I know he may get better and better as time goes on. That's probably what will end up happening, but I just need to see him do it for more than 1 year. At number 16, I have Dylan Cease of the Chicago White Sox. Cease last year in 184 innings posted a 2.2 ERA to go along with 227 strikeouts. I wanted to put Cease higher, but as good as he was last year, he did have a 3.1 FIP, so he was getting a bit lucky out there on the mound. But still, he's a great pitcher just outside of my top 15. At number 15, I have Julio Urias of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Urias was dominant yet again last year, as in 175 innings he posted a 2.16 ERA to go along with 166 strikeouts. But he did have a 3.71 FIP, so his ERA probably should have been a bit higher. But that's to take nothing away from Urias. Over the past 2 years, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, and I think he is a top 15 starting pitcher. At number 14, I have Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies. Nola was at his best last year, as in 205 innings he posted a 3.25 ERA to go along with 235 punchouts and a .96 whip. He finished 4th in the Cy Young voting last year, and while he did have an up and down 2021 season, I still think he's one of the best pitchers in the game, and it's only a matter of time before this guy wins a Cy Young. At number 13, I have Zach Gallen of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Gallen broke through last year as in 184 innings, he posted a 2.54 ERA to go along with 192 punchouts and a .91 whip. He was one of the best pitchers in the National League as he finished top 5 in the Cy Young voting. Towards the end of the season, he was the best pitcher in baseball. He had a huge scoreless inning streak, and going forward, I think he's going to be one of the league's best. At number 12, I have Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers. Woodruff last year in 153 innings posted a 3.05 ERA to go along with 190 punchouts. He wasn't necessarily at his best last year, as in 2021 he finished top 5 in the National League Cy Young voting, and going forward I think he's going to bounce back and be a much better pitcher and compete for a Cy Young. At number 11, I have Carlos Rodon of the New York Yankees. Rodon continued his dominance as last year in 178 innings he posted a 2.88 ERA to go along with 237 strikeouts. Over the past 2 seasons he's finished top 6 in the Cy Young voting, and I think he's going to continue his dominance in the Bronx. At number 10, I have Alek Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays. Manoah, ever since getting called up a couple years back, has been one of the league's best, as last year in 197 innings he posted a 2.24 ERA to go along with 180 strikeouts. He finished top 3 in the Cy Young voting last year, and at this time of year I've seen a lot of other people do some rankings, especially with their starting pitchers, and Manoah is just not getting the love he deserves. He's a top 10 pitcher in my eyes. At number 9, I have Max Fried of the Atlanta Braves. This guy is one of the most underrated pitchers in the game today. Last year in 185 innings he posted a 2.48 ERA to go along with 170 punchouts, and he nearly won the Cy Young Award, finishing second in the voting. I just don't get how people continue to look past this guy when looking at the best pitchers in baseball. I think he is undoubtedly a top 10 starting pitcher. At number 8, I have Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Guardians. Bieber has been consistently great over the past couple of years, and last year was no different, as in 200 innings he posted a 2.88 ERA to go along with 198 strikeouts. He won the 2020 Cy Young by a landslide, and last year he finished top 10 in the voting, and considering he's in his prime right now, I think he's going to continue to put up Cy Young caliber numbers. At number 7, I have Garrett Cole of the New York Yankees. Cole wasn't necessarily at his best last year, as in 201 innings he posted a 3.5 ERA to go along with 257 strikeouts. The fact that those numbers are a bad year for Garrett Cole shows just how good he's been throughout his career. I think he is going to bounce back next year, and I think he is still a top 10 pitcher in the game today. At number 6, I have Justin Verlander of the New York Mets. Verlander is coming off a Cy Young season last year where in 175 innings he posted a league-best 1.75 ERA to go along with 185 strikeouts and a .83 whip. The only reason why I don't have him in my top 5 is because he is going to be 40 years old next year. I know he's defied the odds throughout his career, but I have to expect those numbers are going to take a slight dip next year. At number 5, I have Verlander's teammate in Max Scherzer. Scherzer again looked unhittable last year, as in 145 innings he posted a 2.29 ERA to go along with 173 punchouts and a .91 whip. He will be 38 years old next year, so he is getting up there in age, but similar to Verlander, as he ages, he seems to get better, and I think he's going to be a Cy Young caliber pitcher again next year. At number 4, I have Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Angels. Ohtani was quietly really good pitching last year, as in 166 innings he posted a 2.33 ERA to go along with 219 strikeouts. He striked out what seemed to be every batter that faced him, as he led baseball last season with 11.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. He finished 4th in the Cy Young voting, and with how talented this guy is, I would not be surprised at all to see him continue to pitch as well as he did last year. At number 3, I have Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins. Alcantara last year won the Cy Young Award in the National League, as in 229 innings he posted a 2.28 ERA to go along with 207 strikeouts. He's sort of an old school pitcher in the sense that he's going to eat up innings for you. Last year it seemed like what were his shortest starts, he was still pitching in the 7th inning. Alcantara is one of the best in baseball today, and I have him coming in at number 3. At number 2, I have Corbin Burnes of the Milwaukee Brewers. Burnes followed up his 2021 Cy Young season by dominating last year, as in 202 innings he posted a 2.94 ERA to go along with 243 strikeouts. If you're a hitter, this is one of the last guys you want to see out on the mound. He is really good at locating his stuff, and he has some of the filthiest pitches in baseball. Don't be surprised at all to see this guy win another Cy Young in the near future. He is one of the league's best. And finally, at number 1, I have Jacob deGrom of the Texas Rangers. deGrom wasn't necessarily at his best last year, as in 64 innings he posted a 3.08 ERA to go along with 102 strikeouts. But when he was last healthy back in 2021, he posted a 1.08 ERA. When this guy's at his best, it is a thing of beauty. He makes major league hitters look like AA hitters. deGrom is as good as it gets, and I have him as today's best starting pitcher. Real quick before we wrap the video up, a few honorable mentions are Logan Webb, Nestor Cortez, Tyler Glasnow, Walker Buehler, and Yu Darvish. But anyways, that's going to wrap today's video up. Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.